Before Children of Jannah, there were no organisations that focused solely on supporting parents after the death of a Muslim child. In an ideal world, Children of Jannah would not exist. However, we don't live in an ideal world. If we did, we wouldn't be here this evening celebrating our launch in London. Children of Jannah is based on the Muslim belief that children who die before the age of puberty enter heaven without trial. So they go straight to heaven, and it's the idea that they're in a place of safety, a place of security. So that's an instant message of comfort. It's an instant message that soothes parents and families whose children have died.
To be officially opening a chapter of Children of Jannah here in London is an honour and a privilege, because what it means is that we can now serve even more bereaved parents. We can now meet the needs of even more bereaved parents in London. The death of a child or baby, the death of your child or baby can be shattering, can be broken. It can leave many, many families, as we have experienced by speaking to literally not hundreds but thousands of bereaved parents. Literally, that's how many people that we have spoken to over the past 3 years. And they have told us that their world is completely turned upside down.
Suddenly, I felt her go stiff. At that point, I knew something was wrong. They ushered me and my sister to the parents' room and tried to resuscitate Hajar.
You cannot prepare for the death of a child. The loss is absolute. And what happens is that parents and families are left to make sense of what has just happened.
The hospital offered me counselling, but I just did not have the energy to start to explain to them that I'm a Muslim, this is what I believe. I just didn't have the time to do that.
We do not expect the NHS to understand every single faith. This is why a charity like this was born.
I was hoping that something would fill the void that I found in the bereavement service. I deal with lots of Muslim couples who very sadly experience stillbirths, and I know now where to come.
So this bereavement support group, we look at areas about understanding loss, understanding grief. We look at cultural myths, we look at myths in general. Do men and women grieve differently? Is there such thing like that? We look at bereavement models, but all of it within an Islamic framework, and that's what makes it unique, and that is why so many bereaved parents, Muslim bereaved parents, are using our services.
When I heard of Children of Jannah, I downloaded their book Sorrow to Serenity, which was just a lifeline for me. Every time I needed a lift, I'd go in, I'd read a couple of lines, and it would bring me back to reality.
Look at the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and how he comforted grievers, how he consoled people, and how he comforted people, especially after the death of a child, because he himself was a bereaved parent. And Islam itself as a religion has a lot to say about the death of a child, because the messenger of God himself experienced many losses. We're not here just to work by ourselves. We understand the massive, sometimes pressure that professionals have in order to deliver the best bereavement service that you can. What we are here for is that we are a trusted and a confident body that you can actually signpost to. Let's work together and really, really make it happen. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation.